Hello and welcome to This Board Game Life. My name is Mark, and today I am unboxing Dark Pact from Trick or Treat Studios. To win the deck building game Dark Pact, you need to complete one of the game's 13 Dark Pacts, each of which has a unique winning condition. To set up, each player has a deck of 10 cards, with cards being either actions, treasures, or multipliers. Players take turns clockwise until someone achieves a Dark Pact. Keeper Dark Pacts can stay in play, and if you ever meet their condition based on the cards you have in play, you win. Instant Dark Pacts are played as an action, and if you meet their condition based on the cards you have in your hand, you win. Alternatively, if the deck runs out, the player with the highest sum of insight minus curses wins. On a turn, you play one action from your hand, and an action might let you play additional actions. Draw cards, gain cards from the supply, exile cards, and so on. Some cards attack opponents, and they can reveal a react card in response. Played cards stay in your play area. Next, you can buy cards, first playing treasures from your hand to gain coins. Action cards played earlier might also have coins on them. You can purchase cards from the 10-card supply, as well as one card from your grimoire, which starts with 3 specific cards and to which you can add other cards during play. You can modify an action or a treasure by playing a ×2 or a ×3 multiplier at the same time. Multipliers affect all numerals on the action or treasure, whether for coins, curses, draws, actions, etc. To end your turn, clean up. First, carrying out cleanup effects on played cards, then discarding all played cards except those that can remain in play, such as some Dark Pacts. And cards from your hand that you don't want. If necessary, draw to fill your hand to 5 cards. Dark Pact includes solitaire rules in which you compete against a bot that tries to win in one of 3 ways. This game is designed by Thomas Lehman, the arts by Doug Nation. It's published by Trick or Treat Studios in 2026. It's for ages 14 and up, plays 1 to 4 players, and takes about 30 to 90 minutes. All right. Well, with that, I do ask before I open this up and show you, I ask that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so you won't miss any new content. All right, let's take a look at this and see what comes in Dark Pact. All right, get my mouse out the way. My keyboard out the way. All right. Oh, my mouse is still in there. Okay. My phone is just peeking out. All right. There we go. So this is the game. It's not a very big box, but it is a fantastic game. So if you've heard me talk about this on my mailbag, I call this Dominion on crack. That's my quick summary of the game. Dominion on crack. Take that. I mean it as a good thing. So just, note that. I consider that a great thing. So here's the rule book. Here's your overview. And what do we got? We have 12 pages to the rule book. There's I don't think it's a hard game to learn. I don't know what the weight on this is. Let me see what they have this weighted at on BGG. It's a 2.6. So that is where that's at. It's also got a rating of 7.3 on BGG right now. So for what that is worth, if that's information that you like to look for, but there's a lot of text in here, but they do have some examples. And you can see the marketplace here. It's going to be different. The marketplace is always changing. All the cards up there will be different, unlike a Dominion where it's stacks of, certain cards until they're gone. So this does play different that way. We've got the solo play rules. So I'm going to give this a shot. I might learn how to play this solo. And if I can get good understanding of that, then I will probably do a playthrough for you to show you at least the solo. And so here's some of the grimoire. You can hold up to 3 cards. Every player will get one of those. This must be for the solo because we did not have that. Let me see. Yes, so there's an exile tile and a graveyard tile. So these were used in the solo game. All right, and then here we go. Here's the contents. So it's going to be a bunch of cards. And I do believe there is a. Let me look at this. I'm looking in here. I know there's a graveyard. So you got the 4 grimoire tiles. Oh yeah. So there was 2 on each of the on each end. So there's the 4 grimoire cards that each of the 4 players will get. And we do have. There should be. I wonder if plus an alternate card. Oh, there's the alternate card version of that. So that's what we played with. There's the exile tile, graveyard tile, but there's also just a card version of that. So we just used the card version. But all right, so let's take a peek. We will so these are the cards for player number 4, player number 3. These are base. These are A and B cards. Wait a minute. C cards, 3 player. D cards, 4 player. These are your base cards. And then we have dark packs, the graveyard, the exile tiles, cards A and B. Oh, so okay, I get it. What they mean by so these are the base cards. So if you're going to play like 1 or 2 players, and then if you're going to have these are the 2-player base cards. I would imagine you're going to still use these for the single player, and then if you have 3 players, you will add in these. They have these are C cards, and for 3, I can show you when I open them up. But they have a little thing letting you know that if which cards to remove if you have more than so many players. So, and I know I'm going to be printing out. I will be printing out later today an insert for this. So, but here's the graveyard card. This says graveyard on it, so you can just lay that out, and there's your exile card. Oh, what am I doing? Here is your graveyard card. Doo-doo-doo. So yes, I now have a green screen card cam. So I don't have to sit here and do this back and forth. I can give you a much better look at the cards. So here's just your player aid. So let's look at that. So you have there's 13 dark pack cards. 7 of them are keepers, and so this shows you all the win conditions. So everyone will have one of these, and this is going to let you know what maybe someone else is going after, so you can kind of see maybe what they're grabbing from the marketplace, and if you are able to follow that, these are the different ways that people can win. So it lets you know, and then the other side tells you setup and right there. So it's got the setup. So players 1 through 4. So player number 1 is going to draw 5 cards. Player number 2 is going to draw 6. Player 3, 7. Player 8, or player 4 will draw 8 cards. And then you're going to get more cards. Going last, you're going to get more cards, but everyone's still going to discard down to 5. But the later you go, the more cards you get, so you can pick possibly better cards to put in your starting hand. And then you play an action. So it tells you how to play. You may play an action, 1 action, and then of course more if you get more actions on that card. Then you can do the buy phase, and then you have cleanup, and then it shows you the different symbols down there, and some of the the text as to what things do, what they require you to do. All right, so these are what the Dark Pact cards look like. So this is an instant one, and you can see you need to have 19 cards in your hand. Let me make sure I am, if that's a specific card, I think it's just 19 cards in your hand to win. So you're going to reveal your hand if it has at least 19 insight cards. So the symbol there, I'm pointing like you can see it on my screen. So you can see at the top of the card where it says 19. That is a that box is referring to, those are green. So that's green box, which refers to the green cards in the game, and it won't show up as green on here because it's a green screen. But those are the insight cards, and there's several different types of cards in here in this game. Let's see if this shows. Oh, I'm looking at the solo player rules. So there are Dark Pact, which is those purple ones you're looking at now. There's Insights, which are green. Blues are Reacts. There's Attack Curses, which are red. And then there's Curse cards, which are like orange. And then your treasure cards are like a yellowish color. So, but if you're going to need to win, you have to have 19 Insight cards, or the green ones, in your hand. So as soon as you get that many, and it does sound like, what? How am I going to get 19 cards in my hand when I'm only having 5 at a time? Again, all of these like win conditions are going to probably sound pretty crazy. Like, how are you going to do that? Trust me, you can do it. It is possible. There are a lot of things that you will allow you to keep playing. The multipliers are going to be huge in this game, and there's one where it's like have 40 unspent coins. Well, you could play, and as you're doing different things and multiplying your actions and your draws, you can just get a whole bunch of cards and you can keep playing. So it might seem crazy to be able to get to some of these win conditions, but they are possible. This one have 4 different insight cards in play. So if you have at least 4 different green cards, you win. And that one's a keeper. It says keeper. So that one you would play. So the instant ones you're going to hold in your hand, and no one's going to know that you got that, and then you can play it and then show your hand, and boom, you win. The keepers are going to be something you place out like in front of you, and now everyone can see what it is, and they can reference their card. Oh, he's got the 4-fold path card, and they can see exactly what you're trying to do. So, but I think these are probably the most. And I'm not going to show every card in this game because we'll be here for probably an hour. But I'll show you all the win conditions. This one you need 22 cards in play. If you have at least 22 cards in play, then you win. So that means out in your player in your turn, you will play actively out 22 cards. Again, you're playing one card at a time. All right. So this one, you have to have curse cards. So these are red. You have to have 11 points, negative points worth of curses in your hand. So, and the curses, they're going to work against you. So if you're trying to go for the curses and somebody runs the market out, then it goes to points. And the points are going to be, if you've got a whole bunch of negatives like I had in my game, because I had two Dark Pacts, both were for the curse cards. So I was trying to get negative points. So if it comes out and the market goes empty and no one has completed a Dark Pact, then it goes based on points. And I'll show you what a point card looks like. But the negatives at the top count against you. So I was like, I think I got one positive point card from another player, and everything else was negative. So I certainly didn't win. But here, you need 20 unused actions. So this one, 19 cards in your hand. If you have 19 cards in your hand, you win. 25, minus 25. Put this in play if you have at least 25 curse points in play, and then you'll win. So the curse points might be a way to go because you think people aren't going to go after him. But then if, again, that hurts you if you end up scoring for points. This one's 15 unique cards in play with no duplicates. You win. So you can see this is where I'm like, it's not as simple as just having points. Everyone's just going for points. There's so many different ways that you can win. I think that's so cool because everyone's going to be doing something different. Here you need 45 insight points, so that would be the green cards, and they will have points listed on each card. Got a couple more here to show you of the Dark Pact cards. So here's the Midas Touch. Reveal your hand. If it's treasure cards total at least 13 coins, you win. Here we have Secular Power, 40. I mentioned this earlier, the 40 unspent coins. So you're going to play your cards out, and you want to play enough that you have 40. Your value of your coins is 40 before you buy. And then as soon as you do that, boom, you win. You don't even go into the buy phase. I got my 40 points out there. I'm not buying nothing. I win. Okay, 2 more to look at. Coins of Past Realms, 6 different treasures in play. So have 6 different treasures. And the thing is like someone could have these 6 treasures and in a play, but if they don't have this card, they don't win. You have to have these cards to win. So like I could have all those treasures, and it doesn't matter if I don't have the Dark Pact. I have to have the Dark Pact too. So here, if you all cards in play, if you only have cards in play, so there's nothing in your deck, nothing in your discard, and nothing in your hand, nor any stored cards in your grimoire, you win. So again, there's a lot of different neat ways to play this game. So that's that. So that's kind of the win cards. So let's take a look. In fact, I'm going to put all these right back in their spot. There's an etc. So maybe they're going to have maybe some expansions. I could see that. So these are going to be the A and the B cards. So they got an A down here. Let me just show you. Here's a multiplier, but you can see on that bottom left there's an A. So these are going to be for your different players. So the players 1 through 4, all these A cards are going to be for basically player number 1. And so I'm just going to splay them out here. Just like this. So, and I think everyone's going to probably have something very similar. We can take a look at, I think everyone will have the exact same hand. I'm just going to verify. Yeah, personal library, a little learning, the 2, the 1, the 1. Yep. And then here's some more A's and some more B's. So this is like the starting hand of 10 cards. So that's what everyone's going to start with. So you can see like this is a silver 2. This one is a silver 2. This is a silver or a copper piece worth 1. This is also a copper piece of 1, but this is it's a cursed treasure. It's got a negative point value here. So I've showed you a couple cards that have a negative point value, like this one right here at the top. That's going to deduct a point if you end up going to scoring points at the end of the game. But where are the positive points? Well, this one is a +1 right here. So your positive points will be on cards like this. And this one's a green one. Looks like it's coming through fairly green because it's a dark green, so it looks like it's appearing okay through the green screen there. Looks like it's actually showing up correctly. But this is one of the cards that you might play, and but that's the point value up there. So some can be pretty high, but these are starters. So this one, and this is what everyone's going to start with. Get 2 draws. So you would need to play an action card. So if you played this, then what you're going to do is you're going to draw 2 cards out of your hand. You could play this one, and it's going to let you play 2 more actions. That's all this thing does. Again, that's how you're going to start chaining things. This one will let you destroy a card from your hand. And then plus, it's also going to give you a coin. So they show a coin here and up here on the top left. This is your buy power. So this card will also let you destroy a card plus give you a value of 1 as well for your buy phase. Here, exile one Dark Pact or one or two other cards from the supply. So again, if you see something in the supply and you know someone's going for, say, the points with those green cards, and you see something up there, it's like, oh, this is worth 10 points. Well, exile it so they can't get to it. So that's what this does. Again, gives you another coin. And here is a multiplier. So these multipliers, you're going to want to have these things. So say I did, I played this. This is the 2 actions, right? But I played it with my 2 multiplier. So I now have 4 actions I can take. So now I can do 4 actions. So that's how you are going to get to some of those, having so many cards out and things like that. You're going to want multipliers in your hand. Also, you can get rid of these out of the marketplace. If you can't afford to buy it and there's some in the marketplace and you've got this card that lets you get rid of 1 or 2 in the marketplace, you can play this and toss out those multipliers so that no one else can get them. All right, so that's a hand. Then this is the bees. Now, we mentioned the grimoire. Okay, so here's a player's grimoire. So these cards, they have at the bottom this little book, right? So that's what's going to be different from their main hand. It's a circle with the A. This means basically player A, right? Player 1. The book of A, that's what these 3 cards have. They all have the A at the bottom. Okay. These are going to go in the grimoire. So you're going to have these out and you're going to place your grimoire card. I'll punch A. Let me show you what this says. Let's see. I need it upside down. So it says Grimoire holds up to 3 cards. You may buy 1 card from Grimoire each round. So essentially, you're just going to put these up here, right? I mean, you can cover it, you can place it about whatever you want to do. But this is my area. So when I'm actually playing cards and I'm like, oh, I got 4 to spend. This card costs 4. I can buy this from my Grimoire or I can buy from the market, but you can only buy 1 out of your Grimoire at a time. Now I've got space later some cards might let you take from the market to put into your grimoire. So you're going to want to manage this, but it gives you the ability to kind of get some cards later, a 2x multiplier, and everyone's going to have those available to them. Here's the B grimoire. As you can tell, it's identical. So everyone's grimoire cards are going to be the same. All right, so that is B with their grimoire. Here's A with theirs. And then the players 3 and 4 or C and D are going to be the same. Right? So I don't even have to probably open those, but these are the base cards. So I'm going to show you some of these. Maybe. Where's the tab? My friend, the elusive tab. All right. Well, let's show this tab who's boss by not even using them. Let me show you a few of these, give you an idea of just some of the cards in the game. So we do have, that's, again, a 3 gold. So you can get, but it's minus 3 points. It's cursed gold, cursed silver. There's regular gold. So, I mean, you can get either of these and they still count towards 3 when you buy. The minus 3 is basically at the end of the game. And I don't know if there's any cards that'll be like, oh, if you have cursed, then this. I don't know if there's anything like that. So here we have a treasure card. So this is the ritual knife. Choose one. When you play this, you can put you get a coin per curse card you have in play, and you gain a coin per spirit that you have in play. So if you're playing those are going to give you additional coins. This one gives you 3 extra draws and two coins to purchase from the buy phase. So these are the kind of things you're going to want to get into your hand to play. Talisman. plus 1 coin per other insight card you have in play. So this gives you 2 coin plus 1 for every other insight, and then deck end plus 2 insight points per awareness in your deck. So the awareness would be this. It's a card that actually says it's titled Awareness. So, all right. And let's see, what else do we have? So we've got those coins. So here is a react card. Is an action. But inscribed circle, you get an action, then you gain an imp, a spirit, or a demon, costing up to, let's see if I find these, up to 4 from the supply. Let me see if I can find an imp or a demon, or it says a spirit. So here's a spirit, and it costs 4. It says spirit at the very, very tip top right here. So when it says demon, looking for a demon, an imp, or that's, you're looking at the very tip top of the card for those. Let me see. Here's an imp. Let me just put the imp out here so you can see what that looks like. It says imp at the very top. This card lets you do 2 actions, 2 draws, and then you can discard 2 cards. So that's, I'm not, again, there's a bunch of cards, as you can see. This is just, well, here's an exorcism, plus 1 action, and then destroy 1 demon or spirit from the supply. While this is in play, ignore attacks. I had this out in front of me the other day, and someone played something where it's like other players use a card, and I was protected from that, so I didn't have to discard anything. So it protected me from that. So let's see. Here's some demon cards. It says demon at the top. It's -2. It's a cursed. And discard 1 card to draw 3. Rivals with at least 5 cards in hand draw 1 card and put 2 cards on their deck. So let's see if I can find. Oh, here you go. So here's another demon. You get an action and you get a draw, and then rivals with at least 2 dark packs in play discard 1 of them. So that's a way to make it harder for your rivals to win by discarding some of their other cards. Here's a mean one. Torment. You get to do 2 draws, and then rivals with at least 4 cards in their hand have to discard 1. That's brutal. So if someone had played one that said if you have at least 5, you got to get rid of 1. Well, and then the next player says, well, if you have 4, you got to get rid of 1. Now I'm down to 3 to start my turn. That's just not very nice, right? Well, it's not meant to be a nice game. I mean, we got demons and imps and all kinds of things in here, and spirits. All right, so that's just again kind of showing you some of the main cards. This is so what we're going to have here. So we do have 3 and 4 player. So I'll open this up too because I want to show you how to notice the difference. I don't think these don't show you anything, but I think you'll have like a little number 3 or a number 4 down in the corner with a person. This is C's. That's C's deck. C. Oh, here we go. 3 Grimoire cards for C. Okay. So now you'll notice down on this this side here, it's just the minus the points, right? That are also listed up at the top. But if you have a 3 or 4 player game, so say I have a 3 player game, I'm going to want to add the cards in that show the little 3 person. So for 3 players, this card will also go into the game. So that's going to be the difference here. So again, we've got more gold. We just got more cards. So there's going to be different things. Gain an imp, spirit, or demon costing up to 8 from the supply, and then react. Reveal to ignore an attack. So if someone's attacking me, you can actually play this as a react card and not be impacted by it. So again, a lot more cards, more multipliers, and just more cards in the game. So, and it'll be the same for the fourth. For the fourth deck, you're going to want to find that if you have 4 players, then you're going to obviously use all the cards. But if you're going to have less than that, then you don't want these cards in. Again, I'll just pull these out for a quick show. These will have the D, so this is player D with their grimoire. That's their grimoire. And again, you can see it's got 4 player down there at the bottom. Same thing, just more cards. I don't know if there's like cards that are in the 4 player that might not be in the previous. I don't know if that's the case. I know we saw the inscribed circle. I think awareness was in one of these earlier decks as well. Great, yeah. These, I think they're just more of the cards. There might be different ones that affect more players, type of thing, but that's it. That is a look at it. So the rest of this, see, now I got it all messed up. So D and 4, they go there. This is my 3rd player, and my C cards go there. See, it's actually really easy to sort. And then we have an etc. So, like I said, I think there's going to be possible 4 expansions. All righty, let me get it back. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so you won't miss any new content. Comment below if you played this or you're interested. If you feel free to comment. I love to read those. All right. Again, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you working on your Dark Pact. Can you get your Dark Pact in time? All right. We'll find out. Have a great one.